Thank you so much for watching. Linda Scott, of course, labour to her bootstraps, but she's free to say whatever she wants. She joins us here on a Tuesday night in the Man Cave. And Pauline Hanson joins us now in Canberra, where there's so much fun to be had and a lot to get to, including your great appearance, mate, at the Bush Summit, which I love to see when you were sitting there with my mate Laura Jays in Toowoomba just a couple of days ago. And what I loved, Pauline, about the conversation was that you talked about the frustration normal people have in regional Australia by, you know, the swirls of politicians' BS talk that never makes their lives better. Let's talk a bit more about that now. What brings that to mind? I mean, I've seen it with my own eyes, how you've spoken to people in big cities and small country towns, but there are hundreds of thousands of people who feel really screwed over by the process, don't they?
They do. And a lot of these rural and regional areas, they actually make the money through the mining in Queensland, that these areas make the money, yet they don't see any of the money going back into these towns for services. So when you see loss of maternity hospitals or services, there's no doctors, they fly in doctors on a regular basis, you don't have the aged care facilities that these people want. These towns looking very tired, Paul, and if it wasn't for the tourists and those grey nomads going out these towns, they wouldn't have anything at all. So people feel awfully forgotten. Politicians go out there, make all these promises, yet they don't deliver the assets or the resources that they actually need. So I feel sorry for a lot of these people. And the farming sector, where's the support that they're getting? You know, I just feel that they're doing it tough, and a lot of the farmers these days, average age is around about 60, they're telling their kids coming through, there's no future in farming. And if we get rid of the farming sector as well, what's going to happen then is that we will not be growing the food to feed our nation and importing more and more food in the country, which we don't know where the food's coming from. Is it clean? Is the processes? Because we have very strong growing processes in Australia that for health reasons, that best food in Australia.
You'd agree with that, wouldn't you, Linda? The idea here that our politicians often flap a gum, but not much actually happens once you go on the other side of the dividing range.
Look, I don't want to hear anyone talk down to Toowoomba. My friend Rebecca's the Deputy Mayor up there. That council's doing a great job. It's an incredibly strong region and there's great people up there and a great council. So I do want to say, Senator Hanson, that I do disagree with you that some of those regions are struggling. I think they're really thriving. There's no doubt people can have some difficult times, but the regions are thriving and those councils are doing a fabulous job. I do want to say, though, I was in Canberra this week and I got to spend some time with Pat Cummins, who, of course, is our Australian cricket captain, but he's doing a great job advocating for more renewable energy. I know something Senator Hanson feels really strongly about, and he's advocating for funding to help sporting clubs. So I had a great time there with Pat Cummins.
Lovely.
He's advocating for sporting clubs to put solar panels on their roofs because, you know what? It generates energy for them and it generates money for the clubs. And they're great work. He's done it through Cricket for Climate. He's done it through Sport Forever. They're talking about how it can be a revenue source for clubs. It can actually make them money and, of course, do the right thing for our climate.
So Pat Cummins used to wear a giant logo that was in part a fossil fuel company, and because of his disagreement with Cricket Australia, which has made financial losses for the past 4 years, regardless of his achievements on the field. So I'm very pleased that he's saying this at the local level. At the national level, Cricket Australia is losing money.